What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about why the Honda Civic is one of the best project cars for beginners. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before you do anything else. Now let's dive right into this video. So this is my 1991 Honda Civic, and it is a blast. And in this video, we're gonna tell you why, not necessarily this model, but old school Honda Civics are one of the best project cars to start with. So let's dive right into it. I know I've already said that. So you're just starting out. You wanna learn more about cars. You wanna learn how to work on them. You just want to be a mechanic. You want something fast. So maybe this is even your first car and it's a project car. Honda Civics, the early 90s period, early 2000s. These are some of the best project cars you can buy, particularly the 90s cars. Why? You can go on Facebook Marketplace today and find a 90s Civic shell for $1,500. And in some cases, you can find not only the shell, but a running car for $1,500, $2,000. That is amazing. And the one thing that sets Hondas apart is the reliability. So although these cars are super old, the engines are super old in them, they are still and can still be reliable. And if you add a few modifications to them, you can have a blast. Now let's start out with one other simple thing that I must say. If you intend to do this, and if you intend to have a blast with one of these, you gotta learn how to drive a manual stick. I would not try to buy an early Honda car without a manual stick transmission. Now, if you're buying the shell, then the world is yours. That's not even an issue. Just make sure you get a manual transmission Honda. You'll thank me later. Now, why else are these good cars to build? You can swap engines in them. They come with a little D-series engine. I get it, they're not that robust at all. But the easily swapped engine in here is the B series that come in the Acura Integra around the same era. And now people are even K-swapping them, which is a more recent engine. The K-swapped engine, a stock engine, you can make very good power. The only problem about that is it's going to add to your cost. Now people will say that the B series engines are getting rare and the price of them are going up, especially the transmission, and that is 100% true. But they still aren't as expensive as the K series engine. And if you're on a budget and if you're learning, you may want to go with the B swap. Now the beauty about either decision that you make is most of the parts that you can buy are on eBay or Amazon, but preferably eBay. If you want to upgrade the suspension, eBay, little or nothing. If you want to upgrade the brakes, the wheels, eBay, little or nothing. You can even purchase the engines on eBay as well for about $1,500. There's just so much that you can do with these little cars that makes them absolutely amazing for what they are. Now let's say you want to turbo it. You want a little bit more speed because the speed that comes in these, I'm not going to say it's the best. Go on eBay, get an eBay Turbo 50 trim to start out, $100, or you can get one that's even bigger, but you don't want to overdo it because if you keep the engine stock, you will throw a rod through the side of it. Get your little 50 trim turbo, $100, long manifold. In fact, you can even buy the kit. Now, the thing about the kits are they don't make kits for EFs. So you may want to think, if this is the body style you like, you may want to really think about that, because everything that you do for these is almost has to be custom. That is the only thing. The good thing about the EF is, though, you don't see them on the road much, so they will get attention. And people know when you're driving this, that you're kind of driving it not out of necessity, you drive it out of a choice. I mean, it's obvious. So people will talk to you about it, will bring it up in conversation. So that's another reason what makes these things absolutely amazing. Now, if you were to spend, say, $5,000 just on, you bought the car for $1,200, $2,000, you put $3,000 to $5,000 in these little Civics, and you have a very competitive street car. There's not many cars that you can say you can do that to. My Corvette, I cannot say that. Everything you buy for it pretty much is going to be expensive. I don't care if you buy it off eBay or where, it's going to cost money. For the same amount of money that I put in that thing, we could have had, oh my God, something crazy in this particular car that would wipe that car out of the water with less horsepower. Now, another thing you want to consider, if you want to add more power, because these only come with like 140, something like that. But these little engines, you can boost them to 400, 500, 600, whatever. It all going to depend on the amount of money that you want to spend on it. If you want to keep it reliable, go ahead and put rods and pistons in it. And guess what? You can do that yourself. You can get them on eBay for about 500 bucks. I have nipping pistons in mine and scat rods, and those are going to be good for about 500. And that's all you're really going to need in these cars, because they're front wheel drive, and you barely are going to get them to hook at 500 horsepower anyway, without adding weight and all this other stuff in the front. So when it comes to these little Civics, they are absolutely amazing. If you want to keep them reliable, you know, it's going to take work. If you're trying to botch things and try to just put it together, your car is not going to be on the road for that long a period of time. But another good thing about these little cars is they are so easy to work on. So if you're looking to get a car that is easy to work on, you're going to want one of these. You're going to want one of these. You can really pull the engine, pull the transmission yourself in a day. You don't really need any help. You can do it yourself just by going to YouTube videos. There's so much that you can do yourself without requiring massive amount of tools and strength that would be required in other cars. So if you're thinking about a good project car, inexpensive, you want to do something with your kid, if you want to do something with your dad, find you a Civic. It is a blast. It can fit on just about any trailer, car trailer. I mean, there's just so many ups to these. There's just so much upside to it. It's ridiculous. And the downside is not even plentiful. I don't even know what I mean by plentiful, but you know what I mean. The downside is so little, especially compared to other builds. I mean, come on. If you were to get like a 2003 Mustang, which you think would be a better car, but once you get one, you'll see that little 2-valve can't even hold as much power as that thing can, or just as much, without sending a rod through the bottom of it. That's why these Hondas are so good. And they're only about 2,400 pounds. Imagine 300, 400 horsepower in a 2,300 pound car. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe.